Hello, all you gorgeous Aries, and I hope you've been looking after yourself. So, welcome to your messages, your guided messages for May 2025. Wow, where's the year going? For those of you who are returning, hello and thank you for your support. And if you're new to the channel, my name is Linda, and I'm so happy to be with you here today, giving you guidance for May 2025. As you know, we always ask our spirit for a message from the angels, gods, and goddesses deck. It's a beautiful deck, gives us some additional information to the reading. And we just ask for one card, and that message is read out to you at the end of the reading. And they are always amazing guidances for everybody. And we use this deck in every reading that we do. Our monthly readings, our guidance readings that we do every 3 to 4 days, and all the other types of work that we give to you in relation to guidance. So we're going to ask Spirit to choose something for us. This is for Aries for 2025. We just get one from the bottom. We pop it to one side. We don't look at it at all. And we'll have a look at that. We'll read it out to you at the end of the reading. Okay, see what else Spirit wants to say to you. So we're going to ask now. This is for our beautiful Aries. And throughout the reading, as you know, those of you who watch me regularly, I actually turn into an Aries. I say our, we, whatever. I become you when I'm doing your guidance. And so we're going to ask Spirit for the main thing that they'd like to talk to us about. But for Aries for May, what's the most important thing you feel you'd like to say to us? And there you go, Queen of Swords. Wow. So what is Spirit saying to you? What is Spirit saying to you, Aries? Well, this is a month where you really are being asked to show your independence, show your experience, be objective when it comes to decision making. She's the Queen of Swords. She's very powerful. She knows exactly what she wants and she knows how to get it. She's a very witty, carefully planned mindset female energy. This is a time for you this month, is to be strong and know that you need to clear away anything and everything that doesn't do you any good anymore. That just doesn't gel with you or is no benefit to you. She's also very humorous, so this month, Aries, you're well known for your humor. You're well known for your wittiness, the way you look at things, and your comical side. You have a really good side to you when it comes to seeing things in an enlightened way, and also a funny way. So the energy of this really is, showing your independence, allowing yourself to prove the experience that you have gained, and also when it comes to anything work, any interactions with other people, stand your ground and stay focused. This is a month to stay focused, very much so, on everything that you really want to in your life, and also what it is you want to let go of, what you want to release. This month, stay focused, stay positive, and there's nothing that you can't achieve in this energy of the Queen of Swords. We have the King of Pentacles also as part of the month. We also have the Devil card. That's okay. That's all right. The Devil card is not a bad card when it has these positive cards around it. It's just saying something to us about, maybe things coming out in the open. Could be that things needing to be looked into. It could be that we have another knight. So, wow. So now, oh no, we have a king, and then we have the knight of earth. So we have the knight of earth, and he grows up into the king, of course. So we have these two very powerful, um, family cards, and we also have the release card. I've got a feeling you may have got this release card as a major arcana in your April reading, if I remember rightly. So let's have a look, shall we, Aries? Let's start from the beginning, see what Spirit is saying to us when it comes to this month. The main objective is to stay focused and to believe in yourself and know that you can create and manifest anything and everything that you desire in May, Aries. There's nothing that you can't accomplish if you just stay focused. Look at her there. She's focusing on everything and everything. She's also trusting her intuition. Swords are an air sign, as you know. Air is a sword sign, so it's focus, it's mindset, it is being positive, and also very much an independent energy of you know what you want, you know what it is that you need, and standing your ground and being strong. When we have the King of Pentacles, he's very successful. This is very much an energy of facing your responsibilities, bringing professionalism into whatever it is you're trying to accomplish. So, make sure that you stay in a professional energy and focus on the success that you want to bring forth. Because we also have, we have the Knight of Pentacles here as well, and then we have this ending at the end of the month. So certain things coming to a closure, coming to an end, so you can move forward. The Queen of Swords also is very much about eliminating those things that don't no longer serve her. She doesn't put up with nonsense. Doesn't matter your gender, you're in the energy of a powerful queen. She doesn't put up with things that don't suit her. She eliminates those sorts of things, and she does it very quickly. So maybe this month there could be a situation around you where something could crop up, or someone or a situation could crop up this month where you need to cut it straight away. You need to nip it in the bud, let's put it that way, and don't put up with any nonsense from anybody this month. Don't take any nonsense from anybody. Stay in your power, Aries. It's very important. This is very much a time of opportunity. So this month, this is about you being confident and stepping up to what it is you really want to create. You have the Midas touch here. He has the Midas touch. Anything you put your mind to, anything you set your sights on, Aries, this month, you could turn that into something really magical. I'm also being shown a pot of gold. So anything you're working on, any ideas you've got, anything you're growing, changing for the better, could lead to that pot of gold as a saying. So this is very much a month where there's a great deal you could accomplish if you just stay focused and also believe in yourself. Spirit is saying this is very much a time for you to realize you do have the Midas touch, and just to believe in yourself. So, when it comes to your fears, when it comes to things going on in the background, when it comes to secrets, when it comes to doubts, things like that, there is no place for that this month. So, I wish he'd come up in the reverse. Even though I don't like the reverse, I'm being told I don't work with the reverse. I never have since I started, 40 odd years ago with tarot. I've never liked the reverse. I always wanted to stay in a positive. However, my guide is saying, turn it upside down. And I'm saying, well, why? And he's saying, because none of these things are no longer a part of you. Whatever fears, whatever doubts, whatever uncertainty you've had, they're coming to an end. They're coming to a closure, and they need to come to an end. There's no room for fear here because you've got such a lot of positive stuff. Look, it's also possible that certain things could come to the surface. There are some secrets that may arise that you may even bring out yourself or discover that you can now handle and you can now deal with. There are certain things you may be able to deal with this month that you've been putting off or have been worrying you for a while. So this is a month where you could, clear. I'm saying there are no more muddy waters. The muddying of waters is going to become clear. So if there's things been going on in your life that you feel you haven't been happy with, or things going on in the background, or feeling entrapped, or all sorts of negative situations or people or whatever, the spirit is saying that this month, this is the time for you to step up, be this Queen of Swords, and to bring those things to a closure, walk away from all negativity, walk away from toxic environments and situations. And also don't allow yourself to get entangled this month in anything negative, in anything going on in the background, in gossip, in all that sort of stuff. And you're being asked not to get involved in any of that. If that comes into your life, if people bring that into your life, Aries, the Queen of Swords, she's ready to eliminate that and not to get involved in that. She's not going to do that. She wants to stay focused on the positive. And so she's not going to tolerate any negativity this month, Aries. And so this is the energy you're being asked to step into. The Knight of Earth, of course, we've got the King of Earth, which is all about pentacles. It's about you creating financial abundance. This is about you growing financially. This is about your career, your business. This we're talking about, we are talking about your financial paths here. And with the Knight the Knights are, action, taking action, messages coming in, opportunities coming in. This is the time now, he's saying, this is the time now for us to start to buckle down and get things done. Just and the Queen of Swords and the Knight getting things done, buckling down, focusing, staying positive about what it is we really want to create. It's time to take the break off. It's time now to really move forward. Normally, the Knight of Pentacles, he's deliberating. He's sort of sitting there on his horse, and in the tarot, the original tarot, he's sitting there with his pentacle, and he's sort of deliberating a little bit. He's contemplating, and that's also a good thing. Even though you need to take action, I feel many of you have been contemplating on which way to go. But this is now a time to actually get going. This is a time to get things done. Make sure that you commit yourself to what it is you really want to create when it comes to your financial future, your abundance. Look, sometimes we need to take our time, but it doesn't mean we need to go slow. So the energy of this message here is take your time, but it doesn't mean you need to go slow. It means you just do things in a certain, like number one, number two, the first thing, the second thing, staying in that path of dedicating yourself to being logical, dedicating yourself to being professional, and in a certain way that you know exactly what you're doing. There's no doubts in your confidence. You know what you're doing, but you know that you can't go from 1 to 10. You've got to go through each step of the way. Let's put it that way. And we have the release card. The release card is all about the end of difficulties. This is finally now time for you to move forward. So May is very much a time of action here, and things really are taking off for you. It's time for you to move on, and I feel that this. I know a lot of the readings over the last few months for all of the star signs, Aries, you included, have been messages from Spirit to move on, to eliminate those things that no longer serve you or haven't been serving you, things that maybe you've been tolerating, things you've been putting up with because you're kind or you're caring or whatever, but things that don't benefit your emotional, mental, physical, emotional health. And we all of us have been asked to do this because of these eclipses that we've been through. And we're still under the umbrella of those. They could last for 6 months. We had 2 big whopping eclipses that are still going to go on for a few more months. So there are still things for you to release. There are still things for you to decide on what it is that maybe you've been putting off doing that. Maybe you've been hesitating in bringing some things to a closure. Maybe you've been hesitating in moving away from that job that's draining you or not doing you any good. Maybe, you've been in a relationship and it's no good for you. You've tried to bring it to an end, but you're still struggling. This month in May could be the time when you can finally bring that to a completion, finally move on from that, because you've been through those stages of getting to this stage where now you can close that door. The Devil card is very much a false sense of entrapment. But it is a message about us feeling as if we are entrapped, feeling a little bit fearful, sometimes looking at things the wrong way. We need to, instead of focusing on the future, we can sometimes stay in the past and be looking too much at what was. So this is not a month now to do that. This is a month to try very hard to eliminate that thought pattern and step into this wonderful journey of the Queen of Swords and also the Knight and the King of Pentacles, which is all about you now, creating abundance, changing your life for the better, making decisions that suit Aries, that are good for me, for Aries. This is what I need. This is what I've made enough sacrifices. I've made enough wrong choices. This month, I'm going to turn the corner and do things a bit differently. So it is time for you to move on from certain situations, maybe people as well. And in doing that, you will be, in fact, an entirely different person yourself. So, Aries, we have the relationship card has come up, and that's all about it doesn't necessarily have to be a love relationship, but that's just confirming that for some of you, not all of you, there could be relationships, friendships, family connections that you need to weigh some decision. You need to make some choices, and you need to carefully weigh those decisions about how you want to make changes in that situation. So Spirit's just confirming that for some of you, they are talking about relationships when it comes to big change and maybe detoxing yourself from things that do no longer serve you in any shape or form. So we're going to ask Spirit what else they want to add to this story. And so what else would you like to say to our beautiful Aries? We'd like to get a bit of confirmation on what's already been given to us. Let's have a little look. Just ask for confirmation on what they'd like to add to. This is our Aries for May 2025. What else would you like to add to this story for our beautiful Aries? And so to match with the Queen of Swords, what do we have? Okay, we have the Moon. Okay, we have the Moon. For our King of Pentacles, we have the Fool, taking a leap of faith. Oh, that's nice. For the Devil card, we have the walking away from a situation that no longer serves us. So they're just confirming that one. For the Knight of Pentacles, oh, we have the Tower, which is wonderful. The Tower is a good card. And of course, with the release, we have the Emperor. So, wow, this is just confirming such a lot of positive confirmation on what we've already talked about. So, Aries, the first thing we want to look at here is the Fool. This is working in now with the King of Pentacles. And so the King of Pentacles, as we know, the King of Pentacles is about success. He is he's like a pirate. And in this photo he looks very much like a pirate. He has the Midas touch and he has this personality and he can, I always think of Johnny Depp when I look at this card. This is somebody who really is. He's a generous king. He's very professional, and he can be very practical because he's down to earth. So this is the time to to take on those thought patterns this month. Be practical. Take on the responsibilities that you've got, but don't be afraid to take a leap of faith. So at the beginning of the month, you're actually being asked to take a leap of faith, and these fears, these entrapments that you're feeling that you have, these things that have been holding you back, it's time for you to walk away. It's time for you to accept, Aries, that there are things you can't change, especially people's. And sometimes, not always, but sometimes situations, you can see that there's no point in staying in that situation because you can't change it. And so what you have to do is you have to change yourself and step out of that situation. So this is very much a time for you this month to walk away. And even though it's difficult, there is still a need to do this so that you can move forward when it comes to the rest of the month. And when the moon comes up sitting next to the devil card, when the moon is here next to the queen, this is a time of not being afraid, knowing that you have the strength to walk through that gateway and to claim your prize. That's really what this is all about. Because, when you look at this as a path, there is a path there, but when you look at these two walls at the path, it's like, oh, I don't know whether I should go down that path. I'm a little bit scared. And Spirit is saying to you, no, you walk through that path. Do not allow fear to hold you back, because you have the power and the energy to accomplish anything that you set your mind to. This is about objective decision making. This is the time to make some decisions about what you really want in your life areas, and also most importantly what you don't want in your life. So it is time to confront your fears. It is time for you to take that path, even if you are a little bit shaky, even if you are a little bit uncertain. Don't be scared to take that leap of faith. If you've looked into something, if you know it feels right, Aries, then it is right, isn't it? Because if you follow your intuition, if you trust that gut feeling, then you know that you are actually doing the right thing. The cups are about our intuition, the cups are our emotions. Even though it might be hard to walk away from something, if you know it's the best thing to do, walking away from this toxic environment, walking away from fear, then it is the right thing to do. And so trust, and don't be scared to take that step, take that leap of faith, because the outcome is very promising here. And we'll have a look and see. Be interested to see what this angel cards are saying to you. When it comes to the Knight of Pentacles, look what we have here. We have the Tower. So the Knight of Pentacles, he's ready to take action. He's looked at everything. He knows what he wants. He's been planning it for a while, and now he's ready to take action. And the Tower is saying you need to take action now. This is a time for you now to change things, because the Tower, everything around you that no longer serves you, things that are not good for you, that have been crumbling away for a while, that have been falling apart for a while. Now is the time for you to take action and change that, bring positive change into that situation, and release and let go of all of that, there's that toxic situation or environment that has not been doing you any good. And so the Tower is very much a transformation. So this is a card that says this is time now for you to make some big changes. And in many ways, the Tower is like a message of things are really out of our control. We have no choice but to take action. And this is the universe's way of making us do that, because the universe knows that the main message of the Tower is always, you're going to look back and you're going to say, I'm glad that happened, because if that hadn't have happened, I wouldn't be where I am today. That's the long-term outcome of the Tower. And so even though you're scared of doing this, even though you're frightened of making these big changes, it's time to be strong and know that you can do it. You're in the energy of the Queen of Swords. There's nothing she can't do. She's very confident. She's very focused. She knows what she wants. And so do you, Aries. You know what it is you want in life. You know you have the ability to do it. You know that you've got capabilities to change. And so don't be scared to make those big changes. This is the time to be brave and know that the future, the outcome is going to be brilliant. It's going to take you to places that you may never have been before. It'll take you to a new level of productivity. It's going to, for those of you who are in business, or if you're on YouTube or social media or anything like that, this is about you finally taking the plunge with the Fool is taking that leap of faith. And even though you're scared, even though you're worried, this is the tower is taking you to a place of change and transformation that you can't see now. It's down in it's in the future where you will really see the benefit of taking action as things crumble. So you don't just let them crumble around you. You actually walk away from that situation onto a whole new path, no matter how nervous you are about it, because in the future you're going to benefit from all of this chaos and walking away from this chaos and making big change and transformations in your life so that you don't no longer have this in your life. Let's put it that way. I feel that there are many of you out there that are um, going to have to make some big decisions about what you no longer want around you, or what you no longer will, you know, it's not serving you and it never will. Then when the Empress steps up as the outcome of, or the end of the month, this is saying that, this is saying that for everything that we've talked about here is that energy of the Emperor, which is all about he's always ready for action, this guy. He's sitting on his throne, he's got his armor on, ready to act, ready to go into fight, ready to take action, ready to stand up for himself. This is this is a powerful energy of focus. The Queen of Swords and the Emperor in the month of May is saying that you can achieve anything you put your mind to. It's just a matter of believing in yourself and not having any fears, not having any doubts. Whatever's going on in your life, Aries, this is a month to make some big changes. The planets are on your side. Everything is on your side this month to create the life you really want. But you have got to step into the shoes of the Emperor. And this is very much energy of strength and power. This is a person, the Emperor's energy is all about focus. It's about believing in yourself. It's about knowing that there's nothing you can't achieve, like the Queen of Swords. He's ready to act. He's organized. He's disciplined. He sets everything up the right way. He's focused. This is the energy, Aries, that we need to step into in May, and we must take that leap of faith at the beginning of the month, and then get get this rolling, get everything falling into place. I'm just going to ask for a couple of oracle cards, a couple of messages. This is for beautiful Aries for May. Just three, please. Just three messages for May from our oracle deck here. Let's see what Spirit wants to say for our beautiful Aries in their life. Okay, so we have family and your stability. This is about your stability. This is about you. And we got a double up. We got the devil again. Okay. Oh, thank you. We've got four. Look at the outcome of this month. We've got the happiness, joy, and celebration card of the four-leaf clover, but we've got the family here. So some of your areas, this is about your stability. This could be about your family members. It could be, brothers, sisters, children, whatever. And we do have a double up here now. We do have the devil card. Okay, we do. So we need to talk about this because this could be very much for some of you, not all of you, it is a general reading. But for some of you, there could be some things going on in the family that you're not happy about, that, you're a little bit frightened about, you're a little bit fearful about, could be some things going on in the background that's making you feel a little bit unsettled this month. Let's put it that way. Well, that's why, because this has come up and these things are going on around your Aries, this is why Spirit is saying you need to take a leap of faith and you need to, you need to walk away from something, regardless of who it is, regardless of what it is. Even though it's an emotional situation, this is a time for you to stand your ground, be strong, because the tower is all about things crumbling around you and needing to change. You need to transition into a different attitude, a different way of looking at things, and also into a much more powerful standing your ground situation, so to speak. So this is about you taking action and handling what's going on around you when it comes to the tower. And I can see that some of you, not all of you, but some of you are going through some heavy scenes here, some maybe situations that obviously do include family, friends, neighbours, and so on. But it is also about your stability. For some of you, this is about your financial stability. And if things are not going the way you want, if you're going through difficult times, again, there's a need to make some big changes and some transformations so that, so the Emperor energy can bring in all this success. So this is about success. The four-leaf clover is about your fortune. Look at the rainbow. So there's a possibility here for you to really change things, but you need to step into the energy of the Emperor. You need to be focused. You need to be strong. You need to be the Queen of Swords energy this month, where you stand your ground and you show your strength. And even though you may have to make some difficult situations, and maybe there's got to be a breaking away of some situation or people or person. It's a case of having to do certain things, having to make certain choices for the betterment of your own health and prosperity. I feel that for many of you, there's some big decisions that are not going to be easy in May. However, Spirit is saying that that what they've said to you today, that you do need to take action and you do need to stand up and show that strength of yours and make some big decisions that make some changes, some big changes, so that you can move forward for the rest of the year and bring bring big changes into your life, the way you live, the way you work, your relationships, everything. There's a need for you to evaluate, there's a need for you to decide what it is you really want, and then you need to take action. And those actions are not always going to be easy. They could be difficult, but they're necessary so that you can bring this in, so that you can bring in the four-leaf clover, the abundance that is meant for you. Because if you have a situation in your life where things are toxic, people are toxic, they're around you and they're spoiling your mindset and so on. If you're not prepared to walk away from that or to change that or to detach from that, then you could be blocking this, which is your real future. So it is a month of making some big decisions. There's no doubt about that. It's here on the table. We can't deny that there are some situations that some of you are going through that you really do need to make some big changes this month, Aries. Okay, and don't be scared to take that leap of faith. Don't be scared to because it's going to lead to a great deal of success. But to get there, you've got to have a happy environment. To get to this success, to take this leap of faith, to create this wonderful future, there are things that need to be eliminated, Aries. There are people or situations or environments that need to be, what I'm seeing is I'm seeing your garden of flowers, your life, which is a bed of flowers. This is your life. And then there's weeds. And Spirit is saying, well, get the weeds, let's start plucking them out. And then once you've done that, your garden will flourish, your life will flourish because you've got rid of all that negative stuff. So it's a time to eliminate all negative situations, people, and to be able to move into this wonderful time of a good fortune, windfall. Some of you could even get a windfall this month. It's very possible because those two cards together. So, look, I'm not predicting that you're going to win millions. However, I am predicting one thing, that you've got to be in it to win it. And so, if you're like me and you do buy the odd, I do actually buy the tickets, the lotto tickets, and I also buy, I buy the the houses that the prize homes that they have lotteries for here in Australia. I've been doing it since I was about 25. You've got to be in it. The old saying, you've got to be in it to win it. So if you're like me and you do like to buy your tickets, well, make sure you buy your tickets. I only invest a couple of dollars each week, actually, because I order them online. And occasionally I'll have a little win, and I'm always hoping that one day I'm going to have the big win. So nothing wrong with that. But you have got the windfall card. And some of you, not all of you, but some of you could be in a situation this month too where there could be an inheritance around you. But just watch that, because we do have the family card here, Aries, and we do have the good luck, good fortune, windfall card, and we also do have the devil card. So if there is inheritance or there's some sort of monies, large sums of monies that are involved in the family, you just make sure that there's no betrayal or deception around that. So just stay on the ball with that one too, because that can be a message about, making sure you don't get ripped off. So look into the paperwork, make sure that there's no deception or betrayal there. So there's a little warning for somebody out there, maybe about a family inheritance, a will, or some kind, family monies, where there could be something going on in the background. So if you're in a family business, you're working in the family business, just make sure that, there isn't a member of the family that's doing the wrong thing, about when it comes to finances and so on. So there's just a little bit of a message there from Spirit to stay on top of things and don't allow yourself to be deceived in any way, because this is general reading, but there are a few stories here, and that one could resonate with you. And if it does, then you please take Spirit's advice and look into things, and don't let anybody fool you, lie to you, or betray you in any way, because there could be some things going on in the background that you need to look into when it comes to maybe family businesses and things like that, or finances, wills, paperwork, and so on, Aries. All right. So, don't be afraid to take that leap of faith. Don't let fear hold you back. It's very possible that there's a situation, Aries, where you may need to walk away, even though it's difficult for you. And it's a bit sad. However, we do have some wonderful messages here about opportunities, accepting the responsibility, carefully, accept, confidently accept any opportunities coming your way, because there are some opportunities coming. So whatever that is, if there's an opportunity of any kind at all, whatever, whether it's work or career, anything at all, business, please look into it, because it could make a big difference. And don't be scared. Just look into it, check the paperwork, and you might even be offered a new job or a different situation, and you know that you don't want to walk away from what you've got now, but you need to improve, and you're not happy with the environment that you're in, but you love the work but not the people, so to speak. So don't be scared, to walk away from something if a big opportunity comes, or a promising opportunity, because it's going to lead to a lot of success. And so consider it, because you could change your life for the better, that's for sure. And so we have the goddess of the sacred path, which is so the goddess of the sacred path, goddess of the sacred path. I'll just have a look at the beginning where they are. The goddess of the sacred path is on number 56, and also 56. Let's get that out of the way. 55, 56. Okay. And also, Aries, don't forget, it's time for you to buckle down this month. It's time for you to not be afraid. It's time to bring the end of a situation is coming. We've got the end of a phase or a situation, and there's big transformation around you. This is a month where you could also become a lot more spiritually transformed, where you may go down that path of studying some psychic work, or healing work of some kind too. And if you are contemplating doing that, this will be a very good month to look into that and maybe take that leap of faith. But please don't allow fear to hold you back. Once we step through that door of fear, on the other side, there's usually opportunities that are magical. And so we can't get anywhere in life if we don't take that leap of faith and trust that our gut instincts, if it feels right, even though you might be a bit nervous, a little bit worried, if you're a little bit scared of doing that, this is not a month to let the fear hold you back. This is a month for you to look into it, It's not going to hurt to look into it. And if it feels right, then it is right. It's the way spirit guides you. Stay focused, stay positive, and stand your ground. Aries, this is you. This month you are the emperor. You need to be strong because you have that emperor energy in you. All Aries have this emperor energy. You're very powerful and dedicated, and once you're focused on something, you don't give up, and you always have a really great outcome when it comes to whatever you put your energy into. So let's have a look and see what's this. The goddess of the sacred path is the message that Spirit gave us at the beginning of the reading when it came to the gods, the angels, gods, and goddesses deck. And this is the additional message for all of you beautiful Aries. So the goddess of the sacred path is saying this to you. Let go of logic and trust your feelings. So they're just confirming about, this is the time to let go of what you think is logical and trust your feelings. What is it that you would truly love to do or experience at this point in your life, Aries? Imagine if you could do anything, what would it be? The answer dwells in your heart, not in your mind. This is because your heart holds your true essence. It is the gateway to your soul, whereas the mind dwells more within fears, which often prevent us from fulfilling our true potential. Now, this is confirming everything about the moon and the three cards we've got about fear. All of these three messages about fear. Spirit is saying to us that the mind, whereas the mind dwells more within fears, which often prevent us from fulfilling our true potential. So that's confirmed. All is possible when what you choose to do and experience aligns with your heartfelt purpose and dreams, taking that leap of faith, taking this leap of faith, believing in yourself. Trust your feelings this month, Aries. Trust your intuition. Start to keep a journal in which you express and explore all it is you would truly love to be, have, and do in life. So you could create a goal board. A lot of people have a goal board that they put up with all their goals, what I'm going to achieve in the next month, what I'm going to achieve in the next 3 months, and whatever. Do this lovingly and honestly, and you will be gently guided along your sacred path. So this is the time to start putting your faith and trust in those who walk with you in the spirit realm, Aries. Have faith, have trust, and know that there is no way in the world they wouldn't guide you on the right path, because that is what they're there. That's why they're there. That's why we have guides. That's why we have teachers, and we have spirit guides, because they are that. They guide us. They guide us the right way, but we have to trust. We have to have faith and trust in how we're feeling, and give it to them and say, I'm handing this to you. You know what's best for me. You know what I should be doing. So please, and when you feel that you need to take that action, when you're a little bit wobbly, if it just ask Spirit, give me the strength to do this. And if it feels right, but you're just a bit scared, that the scared's up here, but the feeling is here. Whatever you feel here, your intuition is how Spirit guides you. They don't put fear in your mind at all. They put positive feelings. If it feels right, it is right. So, Aries, I hope this has given you some guidance for May. It's an interesting reading. I know that there's a lot going on in your life that you do need to look at and to weigh things up. You need to eliminate still. We all need to still decide what it is we don't want. And then we have to take action on that. I feel you will be in a situation this month with the Tower where you're not going to have much choice but to make change. And don't be scared, because really it's going to lead to better times ahead. So go with the flow and have faith that whatever takes place, whatever you feel you're a little bit worried about or it's out of your control, then know that the Tower, it's a card that it's meant to bring things in that is out of your control, so that you are put in a situation where you have no choice but to take action to go down a different path. And this is the universe's way of taking you down the right path. So it's a very interesting May for you, Aries, very much so. If this resonates with you in any way, that you really can, resonate with the story that's going on around you, what has been going on around you, would you like to give us a comment? Let us know. Give us a like. We would love that. It does help the channel, as you know. If you haven't subscribed yet, well, we'd love to have you on board. That would be really wonderful, and we'd be very grateful for that. So, Aries, an interesting month. Lots of ups and downs. Just be careful that nobody's deceiving you anyway. Just be careful that, there could be some things going on in the background. So you step into that Queen of Swords energy and know that you've got the strength. Don't be frightened to look at the funny side of things this month, because she has that Aries energy of seeing the humour in a situation. And many Aries have wonderful humour. They do see the funny side of anything that's negative. They have that wonderful quality that we don't always have. But it is a time for you to clear away that what no longer serves you. And this is your main energy for this month. She was the first card that came up. So there are things you need to do, and don't let fear hold you back. Put yourself first, take those steps and eliminate all the negative stuff as much as you can out of your life. And so then you can move forward to such a better future for your Aries over the next few months. So take care. It's time for you to move on. It's time for you to take action. And if that's a relationship or a situation or a career or work, whatever, this is the time. This is the time to do it, and you will not look back. The tower. The only time you'll look back with the tower is to say, "I'm glad that happened," even though it was traumatic at the time. I'm glad it happened, because if that hadn't have happened, if that hadn't have forced me and pushed me into having to move on and make big changes, I wouldn't be where I am today, which is a better place. So it's lovely to be with you today. Thank you so much for allowing us to give you some guidance. We truly love to catch up with you each month with your monthly readings. And don't forget, every 3 to 4 days, as you know, we do the messages from Spirit. There's this message for you, is the heading of those videos. Of course, we'd also, if you'd like to subscribe, you'll get our daily inspirational little 3-minute shorts, which are chosen each person, chosen each morning for that message for the day, and you'll get those sent to you on a daily basis. And so, yeah, they're great. A lot of people love those. I get lots of comments about those, and I get a lot of shares and views on those too. They're just a few minutes, but they are an inspirational message from other decks that we use. And they're great guidance. They're great daily guidance. So if you'd like to get those sent to you each day to keep you on top of things, please subscribe, and that would be very grateful for that. So take care and look after yourself, Aries. It's been lovely to be with you today, and I'll catch up with you again soon. Bye bye for now. Bye.